271 million Ghana cedis sikeuno. Oh, na President Mama Smart Attorney General court for pen a kokate abang any interested in the case again. Where a yes net opinion and the storms in nipa be na bia na ka ho ani na so no court abua say omo asem wo so mu yi ano enti omo opin omo defense wo ni nyina mu na asem no koso na Attorney General de krata court che emfa no ho watwam settlement eye dan a ye di oman sika $200 million e ama opinion Collins Dada na opinion for be nan bi e ka ho so omo nko no mo fan konko ye adwuma e no so ya asem e wo court a court abua se egusu aye di ye da sore ya Ira Mahama Smart Attorney General so on court na no so nkonko twam na no eye maame said na tamaklo ye di na asem a ese from 2019 or so 2021 no sere kwan se o okoje ayare saka ka bia ba okoya na chimfuto ye hu biem 5 years ni ye no adwane Africana e ma court kwa na no asem ba 2014 o ama Ghana na bai ba so waba oba ya waya pi within 2 months nipa ye di na asem 5 years o within 2 months Attorney General akoko takoya asem no basa wakoya asem no truka ye also kan wanka enkrata also de kan ho ko wanfa nko na eya na medi court of appeal hu ya say at least anyi bia na o se nkomutumbo Ghana so posika ho ban so want me anya hwe kwampo na kan say oh any asem na yedi ye no ye nko na bia nkensa nkodi ne foforo kra ni yan hwe baby a Ghana 90 million wo e dey say bi obi fa isika 90 million na o de ko so obi fa isika 5.7 billion Ghana cedis a o de ko obi fa isika 271 million Ghana cedis a o de ko say nei obi e fa isika $200 million and $70 million Ghana cedis a o de ko ti ye hu say eye emra na e wo ho no e kan ya kwa say ya ke bia me binum eni asese foforo me binum eni enyan na e tan ye toso eye eni ase ehu sunku bi aba be top eye ye judiciary so adentia hwe kwan ya ye fa so ye yi chief justice e bi nsi da from 1992 eba aban bie no aba wafa kwan bi so ayi chief justice free order e die na so be a judge not ho no ma ayam hihie na aban ba ye chief justice kwan po se be wafa kwan bi so tu no ena me amete de se me yenkyire nkra ma yiram e di hu sunku bi sometimes a wote court dem na wotie ruling the judgment ni bia na ayama show and the judge etimi celebrate Idi Amin e wo Ghana ha e wo ne judgment mu and the judge etimi ka se Ghana de e wom se mra na kase nyina ye pe wo mra nim na nso no e bi su che mra no sa opening ye promoting ne ko high court ama ehu bia ba be to e judicial so enti nsem bia se fa ban hu bia no ye ni anwodin ye de ka the more ya ne hu we nyina ne aka bom and ye se dabi democracy is under attack. Ye can women can be among wono. Ye tiaso. Ye yan send ye pe. Nani a young woman say, a camera as a President Mahama, a briar porto about Ghana for man who couldn't be a sunkono. And ya tongue Ghana the amano. And Ghana no as any abun don't come with the amano. And to me a pepia ye. Now no share tribuna yo some cocofabe. This tribunal almost percent almost the ever evil. They want to perpetuate evil with the tribunal. All of us must resist. So, what person will a court? No, you are 10 years. Look, you were a circuit court or you were before circuit court, you were a district, a magistrate court, or circuit or high court, any BBM, you in the new patriotic party, by a circuit court, court Tadai is CBB. This obviously will be a Nasa tribunal. We can't afford to pay you must say. Nancy, you did one. Sabrana tribunal or military between the Dibasi Munia, that is upgrading in Ano, or quite in Wasamo, and if any power was on Montrao, the walk on the moon. Would you for near the walk or the Western? These are dangerous times, and yes, but it's a Ghana for you and the Kayan. Na yentimima, ye come in Kabiamamu, and Yina Brane. The person we are suffering and President Mahama. This is not what you promised Ghanaians. Oh, my democracy not connected. And then, Obia Kasa, TikTokers, Facebook, now, and we have criminalized free speech. We have criminalized free speech in Ghana. To weigh and in someone, Yaponi Chunku, you be your home, yet, and cramping your chassis free. A idea you be massive demonstrations, the other activities. I did say, your democracy now, ya enjoy yama, a yet a sundry, a bagana, and ya dear, able to nasi. It's waiting in Yamia Mayawata. Ye butching Supreme Court anymore. Na ye dear libre, and anti, a dear could you be. Na ye dear petition, a dear common penny.
Na mokrata mu ene munsemu no mehunu dia no pay de oboni bia dia ba se mu kacha attorney general se asemu a enam soma Bernard Ntwibo asia ko wontumi kokotwere mu no wonjai asem na chiri die ene nsem bi efa former government appointees ho ade na mo kansa
Selective justice ne bi no is there na President Muhammad Tinubu attorney general so court na enema kese fisika ma obodi nyina o utimi kutwam na different court na Bernard Ntwibo asia ko a ono no kuta na krata Supreme Court ajatun sampa no kuta na krata pepepe na obi ena odemand se onkoye reclamation nipa no try no koye galamsey na nipa ne se Bernard Ntwibo asia ko na aye e court ajatun se ne nipa na kan de ene sa ne tie ye so onkotwe mu 20 years na obi kuta ye 90 million wadwane imfie num oba ya ye de bosome medienu pe se onkofi onfo ye 90 million ko. You should be scared, Minia. You should be scared. Say you 1 year. 1 year aka. Want to me as a review. No, Obia Kwakwa baby 5 years. Prosecution said Okuta 90 million. And what the court. Uche and Semin Mubia asked him. Or no buy another court of accused uncle. And yan on Kwam, medical Busicaka 5.7 million Unibank Kanda, Macan Seglement $200 million, and Macan Snake 70 million Ghana cities, and Macan Kokrokoo 271 million Ghana cities. When you nine, now Bernard Ntwibo one what you say, or more about Kanye or the Knapa of a Sergeant Assassin, Upi, and a air quaku CC assassin, Nipano, a Fakwansu, a Quaco illegal mining. And now Abaya uses any panel as prosecution witness. Ombra, no be dia dance and fentia, Bernard Ntwibo sang a service and Kawabe, because any panel, or no sooner yet, or no mumuna, or Quacoye, sa illegal mining, or no, and Aquacoye. Then so San said, ye per se, ye chin, Bernard Ntwibo, Siakwa Bosuntino. Yes, so, Umusun, Nemuno, Brad, Court, the Bedia dance here, Petia, Bernard Ntwibo Siakwa. I don't know, Yamano, not Ubia, no face at the Brisika, prosecutions were at Brisika 90 million. Echo, 5 years with Johnny, when now by a dear, a cofanaba, assuming you in which you pay Yakokron, you have a panel, free. As if.
Now, only positive weddings are as well.
I, normally, in fact, none of Peko, no more meeting America.
Okay, Yamia Duma Yawada, Mosha see free in a way.
Yes, shot every Supreme Court and you are a meeting. A year car park, community center, network. Opposite Supreme Court. 1 year shall see free. Now, Yakada, the first place, a Supreme Court, the petition, because Senator Kanaka, you won't soon could be any Sumbia Baba to judiciary. So, also the petition, Mamma, so much you may do with you. Moshe, not only map prepare your brain. I got my point, you no moon. Say, and Brad, the Diana, some also. Yamia, I hope near the first petition, because near the second, Nantia, the second petition, Jubilee House. Now you suma you penny for Parliament, so the another petition so at the call a Parliament House.
Nana yenda se na yebedi achirenia hede ebekoso. Yeni abema Henry na Nabuachi na wote se yene no atwetwe enkomo no okopiem ewo MPP amanyoko ne mu a wono na wo Fred Dom de ma amanyoko MPP. Yenko ahomane so na yenko nkodi enkomo yenko to Godwin Mahama, head of corporate affairs in charge of external affairs. Godwin, marching o bibia boko de. Nyame adom ye ho ye pa. Mampani ba ebe PM ewo ho na nkomo be no de bai.
Mamemfa we fikasi we so na menda. Kama mwa yakonya se yene mo ndi nko ndi Officially, that you Ghana for ND and Common. Last Saturday, the President of the Republic of Ghana came as a guest speaker of that event. Basically, now the oil refinery in Vidia now that whole at share for over 6 to 7 years. The thing at ama and Fidiano a year Juma Emma Yetini Edane Fango I
Godwin, I know what Pija on Yama and Kakrana Yenton Kai.
Okay. A Buama, the Betimia Dane crude any Eddie Amayan finished petroleum product, petrol, diesel, aviation turbine, kerosene, LPG, energy, I think then in I said about oil refinery was incorporated as far back as 1963. In up and down, and for the past years, in Fiona, I did done crude in Nimayana finished petroleum product, Nanina and Yajuma. And so the new management under the research agenda of the broader vision of the government of the day, your margin is over making sure say my oil refinery as I'm fan into my pa ifra and since last year 19th of December and officially my oil refinery as I'm yes sir omo boa ama yetini and the fan when finished petroleum product. And I'm sorry, so and last Saturday on the 1st of August, the two Safra Mampeni, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, say Umbra now officially on Fanny Embra Bihu now on commission the crude distillation unit and a Senate 61 and a boiler 120 and a Edumedia Bakumi Nudia now been in Bihu now on commission. Through this, I now within the media and course where my told Ephraim Mampeni, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, last Saturday, song for the Nimunyam, and Brameta, media.
Na deɛ waboa ama wa commission ni nyinaa ne titiro ne crude distillation no mfasoɔ bɛyɛ na ɛde ba bɛbrɛ ɔman Ghana.
Okay, so said Mampeni Ankasa in his speech last Saturday, making reference to the ongoing impasse between the Iraq and the other country, other and Bebrina Enya Fango, and so there have been shortages in other countries due to the conflict. Omunswa Omunya Fango told the prices of fuel has escalated, and we acknowledge the fact that the comeback of Tema Oil Refinery to refine crude oil together with the refining of Ghana and local crude, and the other refineries are boarding sent and even though prices of fuel, meaning that and cost but the rate at which I can say because of the coming back on stream of Tema Oil Refinery to refine other crude and a local crude and they are sent to other small refineries the benefit we are getting and then say Fango Buono we are getting it at a better price but for the coming of Tono maybe I can the better Fango more than what we are buying today. So one of the benefits is a boa in pricing of our finished petroleum products. The next audience wa boa and say first, Nonanka, Yaka entirely all finished petroleum products. If we are manone at the bar, Naya Baby, Yenina in say, Adia, Yakrasia Manonidiano. And say, a sister Ghana, Yen Sidinu, into Obruni, Esika, and Sana Adia Obruni mines. And into Nabribiano at the pressure at the two Ghana, Yen Sidinu, into the only say. And China inflation, of top inflation so higher. It affects prices of goods and services. In Tadia Bako, it will help in stabilizing the Ghana city because the seaboard chamber of bulk oil distributors, they wouldn't have to import everything into the country, but the Brina Ghana in the stabilization our currency. Another benefit says, said the MD, the able and hard-working MD, Mr. Edmond Combat, the Obiano, on behalf of store workers, he said, God will richly bless him. In his speech, he celebrated and detailed to the president and the entire nation, said, the coming back of top, since I share, turn around maintenance, Abua Amayafa in Nebunu, new graduate, I a 61, Yafa a bit temporal, Yafa a bit permanent. In total, no, and now I'm going to say a workforce a little above 1,500. And also Abuama, the youth of the general unemployment rate, you know, a better firm. Yeah, you know, where's the peninsula officially say the minister, the sector minister, Dr. Abdullah Jinapo, together with the board of directors and management, and put a strategic plan to help in the expansion of and there currently 28,000 barrels per stream day. No, now you add up additional 100,000 barrels of petroleum plants into the existing one. Then also, it is going to employ both permanent and temporary or casual workers in the construction of the plant. Like the USWA, assign a recruit permanent staff to help in the running of the plant. And into when in Yama Baku, you know, any the coming back of Tama Oil Refinery and its future expansion. Let us say expanding from the 28,000 now, which in few costs because we are pushing F61, we have put up for 45,000. And here the 100,000 new built refinery at the count. Now, Omaino Enya. The full benefit of the fact that you were a local refinery and I sang a two fango in Ghana. Yen to me, then two fango since 2007 in this country over decades for us to continue to be importing finished petroleum products for consumption. I'm ready to say it to me, and put those things at the back and make it the thing of the past. So yen to me, and meet the Ghanaian market fully, we should be able to meet the Ghanaian market halfway. Half the loaf, they say, is better than none.
Na empɛn bebree tɔ asɛm a aba atwa mu kɔ menim sɛ ɛnyɛ wasɛm foforɔ na ɛnyɛ Ghanafoɔ nso yɛ asɛm foforɔ wei yatetete bi dodoɔ na aba dodoɔ na akasa ɛde afa ho sɛ yi a ɛkwan bɛɛ so ɛna this time round no nsɛm a mampani bɛka yɛ ne adwuma atɔ ankasa mo yɛ nyinaa no yɛbɛtumi aboa na yamatɔ agyina ɛde agyina sɛdeɛ yɛkan.
Okay, so all the speakers on last program, including the workers union chairman, Adia Bakwa, that was repeated by almost all was that with the right leadership, even institutions are describing as collapsed, insolvent. If we have the right leadership, it is going to come back. Basically, the Etienne says, if you are for any kukudam for no omudi Ghana yuma anwa, and yet my system if you do we are going to get it. But the first thing I hear today, Temper Oil Refinery, the right leadership, led by the MD, Mr. Edmond Comba, ably supported by the Deputy MD, Alaj Mustafa Abubakar Batalima, and then they were the right board of directors. You know the work of board of directors, when they also share in the vision of the president and the institution, and they throw away personal interest, there is going to be a way that the institution will work well. And it is manifesting. We have the right board of directors led by Honorable Billy Poe, and also has been put in place. President and make an emphatic statement and so say, Cap and the sector minister says, right things should be put in place to do away with political interference. At the over years, I'm what all the interference of political parties. In Medu, the right things will be put in place so that going forward, there will not be any political interference in the day-to-day activities of Tema Oil Refinery. The next point also is that, and now Menoka said, structures has been put in place to make sure that even beyond the NDC administration, any government be able to take over the helm of affairs in Ghana, there will not be any interference in the running of Tema Oil Refinery. Another issue is the chairman of the West Union, Editu Mampeni anymore or G2, when he said, we have to look into making sure that the bedroom penswa, the bed put it at the stock market, so that and also the Buama, there will not be a governmental interference, because it is one of the surest we are able to keep away political interference. Another issue I made about addressing the first point on the fact that if we have the right leaders, you are you will be done. And it says, few years ago, not and yes, a Tema Oil Refinery didn't have the expertise. Not and yes, Incidina was not functioning. But what they lacked was the fact that the leaders then, few years ago, were not ready to make sure that store works again. In other words, we had bad leaders, and that is why for few years ago, Tema Oil Refinery under the same government had attempted Sanka Omo store for $22 million for 10 years. The only luck we had, that contract ain't parliamentary approval. And also the lack of the staff and workers of Tema Oil Refinery continuously resisted that attempt to sell Tema Oil Refinery. So these are the trajectory of events. Ama Tema Oil Refinery has been on its knees until the new and right leaders have been restored to there. Ama and the Tema Oil Refinery. So let us be rest assured. And the fact that leadership is in place, the president of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, it makes a firm promise in opposition. He made sure he has walked through his competence and made sure that Tema Oil Refinery is back again. And Tema Oil Refinery is not going back to the days of indebtedness, the days of unaudited accounts, the days of when workers did not even know where to go, they didn't know their fate. Tor is not going back to the days where the workers were running to Middle East to work in other refineries. Tor is not going back to the days where they are remunerating deep in back. I mean, for over 7 years, workers of Tor have not had salary increment. We are not going back to those days again. We are moving forward and we are not coming back again. And the workers must be assured, Ghanaians must be assured that we have the right leadership, the president has the political will, and that is what is manifesting today.
No more interferences.
Absolutely.
It is a that's ye koyachi na ana ye koyanim na ye twa ne hwe yachi ne ye sante sanse mi biom a na ye workers no ye board no ye management ana ye hwan na edi ehwambo.
As I said, have confidence in what management of today nobody is saying otherwise, but the ambassador here say from where I sit in near my with the government of the day or what the political will, I can tell you without any sort of doubt that proper administrative and governance structure has been put in place, and Tor will not go back to its dark days.
Okay, Godwin, yendas ya no pay so when you brady am I. Edia Bema Godwin Mahama, head of corporate affairs in charge of external affairs at all. Wano ena yenene kokodi and komono. The promises and the assurance, no. Yenya edi free ho. Let's cross our fingers. Let's wish Tor well. Na yenhedi ebi from everba. Yenko yenim na yentuaso enfa emao.
Okay, I was for your call just so.